I'm Linda from paperboutique.blogspot.com. Today's demo is on organizing all of those scraps of leftover paper into paper pads that you can store easily or take to crops. Let me show you this one. And as you can see, they don't have to be the same length. They're just all different papers. Some are thin, some are cardstock, some have glitter on them. This is one technique for doing it, and I'll show you this in a moment. And this is the other technique. This particular technique is made with, you guessed it, duct tape, and I'll be demoing it. And this one is made with acid-free Wonder Tape. I would use the acid-free tape if I'm going to be storing my scrap pads for a long time, and I'll show you a little bit more about that. Well, let's go ahead and get started and demo this one. Well, first you're going to cut, and you can see all the different pieces of paper in there. You're going to cut your paper, your scraps, into the same width. It really doesn't matter. You can see if I open it up, I've got different links in here. All that matters is that the width is the same, and it's really important, I hope you can see this, to kind of pound it down so they're all even at this side. And then to make it easy, you could do a fancy cover on the back if you'd like. I think this would be fun, taking it to crops or storing it in your drawers. Then you're just going to do the binder clips, and for this one it's super simple. You just take a piece, and I've got all different colors of duct tape, and Michael's just got in like zebra duct tape and leopard duct tape, and just kind of fun. You'll just take a piece of duct tape that's about the width of your paper, and I'll just show you, and I'll just cut it here. And you don't have to be precise at all. All you have to do is be sure that your paper is down, and then however wide you want your cover, just go ahead and put it like that. And then I like to just wrap it really tightly around. And the key to this is to make this almost like a square binding. And then all you'll do is just trim off the tape. I don't know if you could see that. Just trim it off, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And then when you're done, you'll just have a book like this, and you'll be able to tear out sheets of paper. Let me just go ahead and show you one other thing. If you don't like, this duct tape binding, what you can do is go ahead and measure a piece of paper and measure how wide your spine is here, and then do a score line that do 2 score lines that match that width, and fold it. And the reason for doing this is so that it curves nicely around the book. If you wrap something around a book too tight, have you ever had that happen when the cover sticks up? So you can do this right in the middle. Mine isn't exactly perfect. And then I would just use a glue stick, or you could use your glue gun or tape runner, and then just adhere it. Mine's a little longer on the back. You can make it even, and you just have a really cute pad. And let me show you. It's just really easy to take out a sheet, and in some cases you can just put it back in if there's enough stick, and just close up your book and use it again. So super cute, super easy. Now let me show you. The technique is just a little bit different with the Wonder Tape because it's it's more pliable. It doesn't, or less pliable I should say, it doesn't adhere as well. So what I do, let me bring this one back in. I will measure how wide, once again, my finished book is, and you can make this as thick as you want. You can make it bigger sheets of paper, whatever you want. And in this case, I went ahead and cut a piece of Wonder Tape, and let me show you what I mean by Wonder Tape. This is tape that's from Ranger, and it is just absolutely a fun tape. The fun thing about Wonder Tape is that it's acid-free, so if you're worried about any acid getting onto your papers, this would be a good way to use the Wonder Tape, or good reason to use the Wonder Tape. So what I did is I cut however wide I wanted it, and then I know it's going to be a little difficult for you to see, but this was about 1/8 of an inch thick. So I scored here, and then I scored another 1/8 of an inch, and it's really kind of hard to see. I'm not going to actually make it, but I'll just show you. And then what I do is you take it off, And I think you can see that there's 2 score lines there. And then what you're going to do would be to line up your paper, and I'm not going to actually do it, like this, and then fold one side up and then fold the other side up. And the reason, once again, to have that in the middle is so that it doesn't bind, you know, that ridge, so it doesn't bind too tightly. And then just take off the backing, and when you're done, just go ahead and cover it with another piece of paper that you've scored. They're just super easy, and it's just a good way. I have a lot of papers left over with my Cricut cuts, and it's just a fun way to store them. Well, I'd like to thank you for watching today, and please stop by my blog at www.paperboutique.blogspot.com for more fun projects and ideas. Bye-bye.